Java, JavaScript, same thing, right? Especially when you're trying to become a programmer, right? No, not really. But deciding which language to learn can be a very daunting task, which is why we show you which languages you should learn first based on what you're interested in most. And I wasted time earlier in my career thinking I needed to learn Java and that I was going to be an utter failure if I didn't. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. If you want to know which language is right for you, or you want help accelerating your career around one of these languages, then I encourage you to reach out. I've created the Coding Career Fastlane to help you accelerate your career wherever you're at in the process. Let's get into the languages. First and foremost, JavaScript. Now, this language has become very popular in most recent years because of its ability to be a full stack JavaScript solution. And really, it's been a great starter language for people in the industry, especially with no degrees. Now, some of the key attributes of it are NPM and Node.js. Now, some examples when we think about why would I want to pick JavaScript is a web application is its primary use case that people really get lured into using JavaScript. Now, another two areas to use JavaScript and why it's really taking the industry by storm is Electron.js, which allows you to build desktop applications with JavaScript, and then Ionic and React Native are mobile applications that are all built with HTML, CSS, but compile over to native mobile apps, which is absolutely amazing. Now the next language, Java, a very, very powerful language with an object-oriented style that everyone has fallen in love with earlier in their careers because it's generally one of the first things they learned. A big key to it is it's on almost every device you own. Java is everywhere in the world and you probably didn't know it. Example use cases of why you want to use it is an Android application, for example. Mobile apps in general. Also, any software applications you're wanting to build for desktops or in general, some applications you're wanting to build, whether they're enterprise or mobile, Java is the way to go. Last but not least, in Java is also web app services because they can do really well with heavy computation. And so Java can be an extremely useful solution. It can be a little bit harder for people to learn in the beginning. Ultimately, it's up to you and what you're looking for here. Now the next language, Python. This one, I thought JavaScript took the world by storm. No, right now Python is actually taking the world by storm a little bit higher than JavaScript, but those two in tandem are the top languages to use right now. Why has Python taken over in recent years? That is because of the education it has. It is a great starter language for people beginning just like JavaScript, but has a lot of good education in it and a lot of universities support it. There's also a huge open source library that is backed and maintained by a lot of quality developers and companies maintaining the code. Now, some examples of why you might want Python. Big data. So let me make this clear. Some of these are going to be all around data science, and that's where it's key right now, but it does so much more than data science. But big data, machine learning, AI, robotics, the web, it kind of really is filling out in all different areas, and ultimately it can do some of the things Java does and JavaScript does. Now, it can't replace the front end, but it can do a lot of the things that the other two can do. That's why it's doing extremely well along with JavaScript and Java. Now, last but not least on here for programming languages I put in here is Go. And the reason I selected Go is I've been told I myself have not learned it yet, but I want to learn it because of the things people have been saying to me. Ultimately, it's making a huge splash in the industry. A couple reasons why. It's one of the easiest to learn, and yes, over JavaScript and Python I've been told. It compiles into one single binary. It also is statically typed. The performance is off the charts compared to Python and JavaScript. Some great examples of it that people are using it for to this day are APIs, automation, command line interface tools, and a neat one I found in my research was the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Ultimately, what is this? It has huge flexibility. It's a single language for a ton of use cases with its performance, and it's doing really well at it. And since the learning curve is so low, it is drawing people by the masses. Couldn't leave here today without doing an honorable mention. I say that because those four languages I was just talking about are absolutely huge, but they don't make up the whole marketplace. And so I couldn't not say this, but PHP is another one. If you truly want to learn, it's an honorable mention for today. And the reason I say that is a majority of the web is still on WordPress, Magento, Drupal, and Joomla. I don't expect you to have to know what any of those are, but I'm letting you know if you're interested in general web applications and building things on the web and maybe a content management system, and you want to build your own plugins, or you're a designer, or you already have a WordPress site, PHP might be the right thing for you. I don't encourage it because it's not as an active language as all the other ones. It is still out there, still good, and still they're developing on it, but it does not compare to the others. But it still owns a majority of the web, and we cannot deny that, and that it should be looked at. So it's my honorable mention for languages to learn today. So what do we do though? Check out the videos I did on learning to code faster. There is a really extensive guide in there for you, very useful, but ultimately you must focus on your situation and what applies to you, whether that be Java, JavaScript, Python. What are your use cases? Is it a web app? Is it a command line interface tool? Is it a mobile application? What are we looking for here? So if you feel like you need help accelerating your coding career around one of these 4 languages, then sign up down below for the Coding Career Fastlane. It's a service I've built to help you accelerate your career, whether you're just starting out or you're advanced. That's it for this video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me know if you have any comments, questions. Feel free to email me and hit the links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.